Alright you guys, so welcome back to Riahs tie-dye. Today we are going to do the spider pattern on this tank top. So I know it looks big, but it's actually a flowy tank top, so it's supposed to, you know, hide the sin, as my mama would say. So we are going to start. If you haven't seen the spider pattern yet, it sort of looks like a swirl when you tie it. It is, when you open it up, it looks like a spider with a ton of legs poking out all over the place. So that's what we're doing today. So on this awesome tank top. So the first thing we're going to do is fold it in half. This tank top is 97%, I always say this word wrong, viscose, whatever, however you say that, viscose, and elastane, 3%. So I have done my research, and you can dye that. It is a natural fiber. So hopefully I am right, and I did my research right, and I didn't just find it on some random website. So I'm pretty sure Google knows pretty much everything, so we'll go with that. So I'm just kind of going through and trying to get out all the wrinkles, which so far this fabric sucks for, because it's very easy to bunch up everywhere. So I'm just playing with it and trying to figure it out. It is longer in the back, so clearly that's what this is over here. And we're almost there. Okay. Just feel these out real quick. So, alright. We want our spider to start on the chest area. Don't have that. There we go. Sorry guys. So we want the spider to start out on the chest area. So I'm going to go a little bit under the armpit here and start here. So what we're going to do is the middle of the front of the shirt is facing outwards. And I am going to take this and I'm going to start swirling that way. So towards the bottom of the shirt. Alright, got my hemostat. So I will pinch right on the very edge. There we go. And now I can do it. So I'm just going to use my hemostat like I always do, which I should have had on handy. And we're going to spiral this all the way together like a normal spiral. It's just going to be, it's going to look a little different is all. And when we dye it, we're not doing pie pieces. We are going to fully color this in one color, and then we'll go over top of both sides with a darker color, and that's what's going to make our spider and the spider legs. So if you have to, just come through here and rake some of this with your fingers. And then when you get to this area here where you're pretty much done, but your pleats are getting really huge, just play with your pleats some and do it without spinning your hemostat, because if you do that, you'll be a lot happier with the way that it looks. Okay, and remember to be very careful when you pull your hemostat out. If you are nervous at all that you're going to rip your shirt, don't even take it out. Just leave it in there when you dye it. The only problem is if you don't get it out and you go to dye it and you have to turn it over, you're going to have a problem doing that because you got a big old hemostat hanging out of the top of it. So that was actually more easy than the t-shirt. So now we're gonna bind this with rubber bands. And I think the colors I'm gonna pick for this one, oh, it's hard because there's like so many good ones, but I was thinking pink and purple, but I'm also thinking red and yellow would look super cool. So I haven't made up my mind yet, but we'll find out. I know I use a lot of blues, pinks, and purples, so I might want to kind of stop doing that. Just enough to make you feel safe here. If you move it, you don't want it to fall apart. So there is our spider. I'm actually gonna let this kind of dry out for probably throughout the day. I'm just gonna keep checking on it. It should feel dry, but the inside will still be a little bit damp. But this is ready to dye after you let it dry. You don't have to, but I'm gonna. So I will be back for that. Alright you guys, so here's our spider pattern tank top. We are just gonna do a regular standard spider pattern. So I have chosen, I know they're Halloween colors, and it's kind of weird because it's a tank top, but I'm gonna do orange and black. So I'm gonna have the whole tank top is gonna be orange. So we're gonna dye the whole thing on both sides, get really good saturation. And then, just like you would do if you wanted black highlights on like a swirl or anything really, we're going to lightly put black all over on the one side. Try to make sure you don't oversaturate with the black, otherwise it's going to take over all of your orange, but leave the sides orange. So go around the top, and then you're going to flip it over and do it again on the other side. So just to recap, dye the whole thing, your base color that you want. So in my case, it's orange. Then over the top, real quick, make sure you don't oversaturate. Put black or your darker color, whatever you're using. Flip it over and do the black again. That way, when you open it up, you're going to have a black spider and its legs are bursting everywhere, but it's on top of orange. So like I said, try really hard not to oversaturate, otherwise it's going to take over your whole tank top. So that being said, this is a tank top made out of, like I said, viscose whatever, however you say it. So I have never dyed that before, so we're going to learn together and we're going to get started, but make sure you let it sit for 24 hours and then we can rinse it until the water runs clear. Make sure you're squeezing it to get all the dye out, and then we can open it up. Alright guys, so we have our spider pattern tank top. It's the end of the summer season, as you all know, but I combined summer and Halloween, right? Spider, yeah, alright. Anyways, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's see what this bad boy looks like. It has a tank top. Maybe. Ooh, yeah, you guys, that's awesome. It's a long, flowy tank top. Looks super duper cool. That's my spider, guys. Orange and black. Liquid dye. And the back is pretty much the same, but the front is better. Just saying. So you can definitely wear this for Halloween. Just saying, you know, it might be nice out, you never know. It's New York up here, so we have really weird and scattered weather. So make sure you hit that like button. Tell me how much you love it, or if you're gonna make your own. You can also send me pictures of yours on my Instagram or my Facebook. I would love that. I love seeing anything that you guys try that I do. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that, because we have a lot of Halloween stuff coming up, and fall, you know, is right around the corner. So we gotta get started on that stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Happy tie-dyeing.